Listen, this is not a comforting or inspirational video. This is a warning. This message isn't for everyone. It's for those still pretending comfort won't cost them everything. There are two versions of you living in the same body. There's a weak version of you that's ruining your life, and you protect it every day. Watch this video till the end. Don't skip any part. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Let's go. One is disciplined, focused, and dangerous, while the other one is weak, emotional, and addicted to comfort. And every single day, only one of them survives. The problem is not that life is hard. It is that the weak version of you is still breathing. That version wakes up late, avoids pain, scrolls aimlessly on social media instead of building, always talking about potential instead of proving it. That version of you is ruining your life, and deep down you know it. You feel it every time you quit early, lie to yourself, and promise to change. But instead, you return to the same old habits. That guilt you feel at night is not sadness. That's your stronger self watching you betray it over and over again. So you don't need more motivation. What you need is a funeral. Because growth doesn't start with inspiration. It really starts when something inside you dies. A funeral for the version of you that keeps choosing easy over necessary. Because, let me tell you something, and that is that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody cares how tired you are or how unfair life is to you. And certainly, nobody is impressed by your intentions. The world only responds to results. And you and I know that results are built in silence, pain, and repetition. That weak version of you loves comfort, warm beds, soft choices, and easy dopamine. It wants excuses dressed up as self-care. It wants you to feel good now and deal with consequences later. That version will destroy you slowly and politely. Not all of its destruction is loud. Some of it feels like routine, waking up the same, thinking the same, always failing in the same way. Years pass and your potential rots, and suddenly one day you realize the worst truth of all. You had time and ability, but you just didn't have the courage to suffer. Let this sink in. Your future self is watching you right now, and it's watching you decide whether to train or skip the training you need. Whether to focus or distract yourself, to face discomfort or run back to pleasure. And know that every bad choice you make, you're forcing that future version of you to live a smaller life. The weak version of you is also clever. It will negotiate and whisper things to you. For example, it won't say, quit forever. It will whisper, just today. It won't say, be a failure. It will just say, you deserve rest. It waits until you're tired. And once you listen to it enough times, the weak version of you becomes your identity. And then you start calling weakness your personality. You'll call fear being realistic, and also call laziness protecting your peace. That's how people stay average their entire lives. And this is not because they're incapable. It's because they have never declared war on the weaker self inside them. Let me tell you something. Discipline is not about being motivated. It's about obedience to your future, which involves doing the things you hate on the days you feel nothing. With no one watching you and no reward in sight, that's where real power is built. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You sink to the level of your habits. And your habits right now, They are all voting for the weaker version of you. Every time you skip a workout, give an excuse, or choose distraction over effort is a vote. You are electing the person you will become. So stop pretending this is harmless. This is life or death, not a physical death, but something worse. The death of potential and the slow suffocation of everything you could have been. There is a reason disciplined people look different. They walk and speak differently, and that's because they don't beg for confidence. They earned it. Confidence is not about affirmations. Confidence is memory. This memory is about surviving pain, of keeping promises, of battles won when quitting felt easier. That's why the weak version of you hates discipline. Because discipline exposes the lies and how undisciplined and soft you have become. It also shows how much control comfort has over you, and the first time you truly, truly push yourself, it will hurt your ego more than your body. You will discover how undisciplined your mind is. This is good because that pain is the information telling you exactly where the weak version of you lives. That's where your attack starts. Now, not tomorrow or next week. You don't negotiate with weakness. You starve it. Deny it comfort, excuses, and the pleasure it feeds on. And at first, it will scream, and your mind will panic. Your body will resist, and every part of you will beg for relief. This is the moment most people quit, which leads to the reason why most people never change. They mistake resistance for danger, but that resistance is proof you're doing something right. The stronger version of you is built on the other side of resistance. You don't become dangerous by feeling ready. It's by moving while afraid, tired, uncertain, and uncomfortable. This is where the separation happens. The average falls away, and the weak version starts to suffocate. Because weakness cannot survive consistency and structure. It survives chaos, excuses, and emotional decision-making. Routine, standards, and showing up every day kills weakness. You don't need to be extreme. You just need to be relentless. Small disciplines, executed daily, without emotion, is how you rebuild identity. You don't achieve this by thinking differently, but by behaving differently long enough so your mind has no other choice but to follow. And then one day, you will notice something beautiful. The weak voice gets quieter. Excuses lose their power. Old habits now feel foreign, and discipline stops feeling like punishment. This feeling is control, power, and freedom. Because when you control yourself, nothing else can control you, not even people, circumstances, or fear. This is not a motivational speech. This is a line in the sand. Either you continue feeding the weak version of yourself, or you end it. Today you start with no drama, announcement, or waiting to feel inspired. Just your cold, deliberate, and unemotional action. Kill the weak version of yourself, and accept the responsibility of becoming who you said you wanted to be. Because the stronger version of you has been waiting long enough. It's been watching you hesitate, negotiate, and delay. It has watched you choose comfort and calling it patience for a long time. Every day you wait, it weakens your standards and strengthens your excuses. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about finally letting the real you take control of your life for once. One day you'll thank yourself or hate yourself for what you do after this. No more pretending tomorrow will be different. If you're done feeding the weak version of yourself, decide now. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment one thing that you are sure you are going to change this new year.